Good evening, everybody. Daniel here from DanielAndDiana.Burgos.com. DanielAndDianaBurgos.com. Um, Welcome to my vlog. I am in day 13 of my 30-day challenge. Um, it has been a journey for sure. I'm excited. It's been a great day. Uh, Spoke with a lot of people, a lot of potential clients, and just a total upbeat day. So it's been phenomenal. Um, this morning I got a lot more of my basement refinished. It's coming along really well. Um, I did a little bit of plumbing work. Tomorrow I'm refinishing some of the framing of some of the water pipes and also getting into some electrical work. So it's going along really well. I'm liking how it's coming out. For someone with no experience, I think I'm doing a really good job, and you know, pretty. I wouldn't do it for a job. I give credit to all the carpenters and anyone that remodels homes and construction. It's a lot of work, and it's not too difficult, but it's definitely hard work. It's not an online marketing business where you're kind of just sitting around hanging out. um, but it's fun. It's definitely a good hobby, and I'm liking learning something different um, that I never thought I would be working on: plumbing and electrical and you know carpentry. Uh, that's it's been great. Yeah. So I don't have a topic to speak of today. I'm just kind of going around shooting my video. Um, Today is day 13 of day 30, so it's going along great. Yeah, I'm excited. I've been trying to keep motivated and continue to bring this to you guys. And you know, uh, I was watching a motivational video this morning from Steve Harvey, and he gave a phenomenal testimonial of how he got started, in his journey of comedy. And I think it's great, and it resonates well um, with with just mindset and how you have to think, and the courage and the balls it takes to really go after your dreams and achieve it. It's what I think is like 95% of Americans, or 90, maybe 98%, I think it is, are really living out their dreams and their ambitions and their goals. And, or I'm sorry, 2% are living out their dreams, their ambitions, their goals. 98% is going to check in at a job, and more than likely a job that they don't hate. And let me tell you something, I speak to people every single day, and the number one reason people reach out to me is because they want to get out of debt. And I find it extremely concerning how how I can speak to people that make 6-figure incomes and so on and so forth, and are in debt. It's crazy. And when I say start a business, and when I'm talking about investing money, you need time, you need effort, you need energy, you need all this. And people look at me like, well, how much money? And with this, that, and the third. It's like, you would go buy a computer, you would go buy a house, a car, stuff where you can't pay, but you wouldn't invest into your own business, into something that's going to pay you multiple times over, and you control your salary, you control your own destiny. So it just boggles my mind at how many people I speak with, and they tell me all the time, I just want to get out of debt. and they have nothing to their name. They work a job and they're in debt. So it's crazy, and it falls in line with the motivational video I watched earlier today from Steve Harvey, where he says he went to a restaurant, a comedy club, and he was eating chicken wings, and one of his friends told them to register because it was a comedy club, so you could register your name and you can do a performance act and you win $50. So he just did it because he was funny and he wanted to just do it and try it. And he tried it, and he actually won the comedy club, and he won the $50. And he told his friend after the gig, he says, "That is incredible." They're like, "Ah, you won $50. What does it matter? Like, it's $50." And he goes, "No, that just changed my life." And that person didn't understand it, but he understood it. And when he said that, he said the next day I went to work from a comedy club. I went to work the next day and I quit my job. And for the next 3 years, I was living out of my car. I was married and I had twins. Married, twins, quit his job, chased his passion, and said, "I'm gonna live in my car." He said the first year he made $3,800. The second year he made $4,900. And then the third year he made about $5,400 and something dollars. He says back then gas was 39 cents a gallon, so I was able to fill up my tank. I was able to live off $75 a week. Filled up my tank, and I went fishing, and I cooked inside my car with this little conventional whatever, however you make fish and cook it and fry it in the car or whatever. And he made that happen. And he says I sent the rest of the money to my wife and to take care of my twins. And I was chasing my dreams. So for 3 years he lived off his car. And it was very inspirational because he was crying as he was saying that. He's like, "I'm 60 years old today." Or I'm 60 years old. And I just went out and chased my dream from that experience. So that's the difference between, you only live once. You only live once. What does it matter if you chasing your dream, chasing your passion ends you? What does it matter if you end up bankrupt chasing your dreams? What does it matter? You're more than likely, I don't care how much money you make right now, you're more than likely going to end up in debt. I'm not saying bankrupt. In debt soon or in the future if you don't find another source of income. And the reason I say that is because we all hear the quote, like I said yesterday's video, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Well, if you have one salary, you have one job, and you're the source of income, that's all your eggs in one basket. See, for example, in an online business, with how I run my business, I have systems in place that makes money and generates traffic. I don't have to. So if something happens to me, my business will continue to make money. If something happens to you, your job will replace you in a heartbeat. And now your family is left in dire need of income, of financial support. So now you're talking a very, very scary situation. I don't care how much money you make. I like I said yesterday, I spoke to somebody who made over 7 figures and lost it all. So, you have to constantly invest. And the thing with really successful people, what they do, they continue to invest and put themselves in uncomfortable situations because they know that I want to live free. I don't want to be tied to a job. I don't want to be, whatever their goals and their ambitions are, right? I'm blessed to sit here and tell you that I work off my pajamas sometimes. I'm lucky enough to be able to work from home with my wife. My wife alongside myself, we run an online business, and we don't check into a job. We don't have to worry about being late. We don't have to worry about whatever may come. And there's a tremendous amount of pride in that, because we went out and we chased our dreams, and we did not conform into society's ideologies of go to work, or go to school, get a career, and get paid $80,000 a year, and that's your life. That wasn't good enough for me, and it definitely wasn't good enough for my wife. We didn't think, working 8 to 5 or 8 to 6, come home, it's dark out, and you gotta make dinner and then go to sleep. That was not our lifestyle, and looking forward to the weekend before you can enjoy your family time or friends time. We don't. That's not what we considered success, and that's not how we looked at success. For you, it might be different, but I'm just giving you my experience, and it was a scary journey. I mean, anything is gonna be scary, but nothing's gonna be easy. I don't care what anybody tells you. Nothing will be easy. Success is not easy. You have to be disciplined. You have to be committed. But guess what? It's a lot easier to work for yourself than it is to be disciplined for someone else. Because when you go to your job on time, that's being disciplined. You could do that for yourself. When you're taking care of your job tasks every day, that's being disciplined. That's showing that you're a great work ethic. You're doing that for someone else. You could do that for yourself. All you have to do is learn strategies. And when you learn those types of strategies, that type of formula, you're able to apply it and learn how to make an income out of it. And that's what makes this type of business very, very intriguing. You can literally make money from anywhere, and it does not matter. So yeah, so it was very inspirational. Excuse me. And it's funny because a lot of people would have probably told him that he was nuts for doing what he did at the time. But I guarantee you, they look back now and they're asking him for money, or whatever the case may be, because he did, and he did whatever it took to succeed. And yeah, so he did absolutely everything. He didn't care. I was gonna end up bankrupt. I was gonna end up broke. It did not matter. I'm going to chase my dream until I achieve that. And whenever you have that mindset, I heard one of my favorite motivational speakers, E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher. He told a story about his guru told one of his mentees, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, that's when you'll be successful. So any of you guys can be successful. I can be successful. Anyone can be successful if you're willing to do whatever it takes. I mean, look, the army, basic training in the army is killer. I give kudos to anyone in the service. Much respect and love for you guys. But sorry, my light keeps turning off. But much respect and love to you guys. That is a rigorous training. That is something that changes you forever. You will never be the same. In a good way. It's very good. It's discipline. It's structure. It's how you really need to think like that to be successful. And that's what really separates you. When you go into a job, it's discipline. You're making sure you're getting there on time, but you don't really want to do that. You don't have a passion for it. And if you found a career that you have a passion for, that's awesome. Continue to give it 110%. I'm particularly interested, or speaking to people who want to chase, who are checking in a job that they're not happy, and you know, they don't want to be there, or it's not their career. It's just a regular job that pays some of their bills. And with Steve Harvey, going back to what he said a little bit, he says everyone has bills, you know. So people are like, oh yeah, but I need a job to pay the bills and this, that, and the third. He's like, everyone has bills. Everyone. He's like, I got bills. Everyone has bills. No one is you know, everyone's gonna owe somebody something. Always. So just focus on what you want to do, how you want to get out of the rat race, how you want to get out, and just hone in on that and really focus and dedicate your time, your energy, and you'll be successful. And when I mean time, energy, I'm not talking 24 hours a day, sleep 1 hour a day, and you gotta just study this very boring, rigorous, you know, process. That's not what I'm talking about at all. It's not that difficult. It's just being very, very productive. So if you only have 1 hour a day, you go to work, you come home, you cook dinner, you do as you please. If you have 1 hour before you go to bed to dedicate to figuring out how you're going to get out of the rat race, how you're going to get out of your job, how you can, you know, earn an income online or start a business, anything, but something that's going to get you where you want to go, and not a job that just pays you enough to pay your bills. If you can dedicate 1 hour a day, after, think about it, 365 days a year, you're talking 300, I can't even do the math, 365 hours divided by whatever. You got a lot of extra days and weeks, maybe even, of dedicating time for your success. And that's how you become successful, right? So you might have been at a job right now 2, 3, 4, 5 years. But in those 5 years, you haven't done anything, not even an hour a day, to dedicate for your success in the future. You've just been checking into your job. I was watching Kevin Hart, and he says, I love speaking to people when they say, hold on one second. I love speaking to people when they say, wow, you're an overnight success. And he says, I laugh every time, because I didn't make it till I was about 35 years old. And he says, oh, I started comedy when I was 16 years old. So he says, that's 19 years of work that I put in before I even got noticed. 19 years. So he probably was working a job, and whenever he can, he was, you know, working on his skits, and then, you know, going out to perform them. And for 19 years, he says, I didn't make it big to 35. But everyone says I'm an overnight success. Everyone thinks that everyone's an overnight success. Kobe Bryant, for example, one of my favorite basketball players of all time. Think about it. If you're an elite athlete, you put in your time when you're a child till about 17 or 18 years old, when you finally can go to college, get recruited. So from 3, 4, 5 years old, they're dedicating hours a day just playing basketball, practicing, and really, you know, learning the fundamentals, the games, and little by little, and throughout the years is when they get phenomenal. But that's hard work, that's dedication. But it's very minimal amount of time a day, but they do it consistently 7 days a week. And throughout the years, that's how they become so phenomenal. You know, but we don't do that. We just go in, check in a job, and call it a day. So if you can just dedicate 1 hour, whether it's research, whether it's motivational videos, whether it's, when I started, I watched a lot of motivational videos. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just watched motivational videos. I got inspired. I got motivated, and I said, I'm going to go all out when I really figure out what I want to do. And I did. And so I just wanted to share a little bit about my background and some inspiration, to get you guys where you need to be and mentally. So yeah, just be fearless and go out and chase your dreams and go happen to the world. Don't let the world happen to you. All right, guys, that's it. Like and share my videos, subscribe to my channel, comment any comments below. If you're interested in finding out what I do and how I do it, download my ebook. The link is down below. If you want to add us on Facebook, it's facebook.com/Daniel and Deanna Burgos. If you want to join any of our Facebook groups, we got the .com Masterclass on Facebook. We also have our fan page. We do a lot of inspirational posts, and we got a whole community in there. So like our page. The link is also below. And if you have any questions, just reach out to us. We're always available, and we love to talk and chat to people. All right, guys, that's all I got. So until next time, I'll see you guys.